Record. Okay. Hi, hello. My name is Julia, and I could be your erotic photographer. And this video is about sexual energy vibrations for couples, and I'm explaining why it is important to have this resource. Why is it important? It is very simple. If you're an adult, you understand that intimacy, it is a part of your life. Okay, and if you are in intimate relationship or in any kind of relationship where you are partners or you are husband and wife, right? Intimacy is a must. Okay, the relationship where you are friends, right, it can exclude the intimacy, but that is why you have this relationship as a friend. Okay, what happens when you become not intimate with your partner? What happens? You become neighbors, you become friends, right? Relatives. Okay, that's what happens when intimacy go away. Okay, when intimacy go away, both partners live a totally different life, hoping for better. And most of the time they're not changing because you see they think that he needs to do it something or he needs to start something. Usually it's always up to someone else, but not that person, right? Someone else. Also, I can tell you what happens when you start changing the partners. You end up in the same situation, right? The city can change, the home can change, your partner can change, but you will end up in the same circumstances. Yeah? The cycle will go and you again in the same position, right? And that's a clear indication that there is something you need to change, not someone else, right? So that is why I've created this service for couples, okay? And I believe that you see we have different kind of services for couples, mediation and psychology and sexologists and whatever ologies we have, okay? But if we still have a very big number, a very big percent of unhappy couples and separating couples, it means that talking, what they do, the talking, doesn't help. Okay? And that's why I have decided to create different kind of adventures for couples who are in a different stages of a relationship. Okay? What that means, different stages. It doesn't mean that you are starting out, you just 1 year together and cannot have difficulties. Okay? Right? It's not like a standard that you have to be a mature couple and, in the long run, and only then you would experience some kind of, intimate issues. Not necessarily. In a different stage, it could happen with a different people, and I can be explaining why this is happening. Right? But probably in another video. Okay, because now we just speak about vibration, energy vibration, level of vibration, and how I can quickly change it up in my studio. Okay, so like I said, first of all, I use my energy. Okay, and there is a level of vibration. If I say from 0 to 10, I can impact couple if they are 5 and higher. Okay, 5 and higher with their sexual vibration. If the couple is on 2, I can't help them. That is why I'm using models. Yeah, that is why I'm using models, and models can best do their job, okay, to bring the party, to bring the fun, okay, to present themselves. They're working in adult business, they look accordingly, they act accordingly, okay, they provide a service that couple would like to, have. And usually couples are choosing the models, okay. And what I do in my studio from my part, of course, I am bringing different kind of role play scenarios because that really helps. Fantasy really helps. Thank you. Thank you. You write questions. You have time here while I'm online, and you can write questions about erotic photo shoot for couples, right? And then I could reply, right? Then I could reply. Okay, I'll look at the questions later. Let's not waste time. Okay, so what is sexual energy is? Do you know that when the couples are really good together, right, and the woman is supporting the partner is doing really great, okay? Her sexual energy makes the partner make money, okay? No, seriously, achieve goals. Okay, so you know that the sexual energy is equal to money energy, right? That's why that's why when couples are having argues, it's not only an intimate situation, but usually it's also with money related. Okay, so there are both ends there. Okay, but I will just speak now about sexual energy. Okay, and why couples come to the photo shoot. Okay, so first of all, they come because they have fantasies, okay, and they have some kind of ideas and needs, right? And that fantasy leads them here. Okay, their body and their mind leads them there to experiment. Okay, the second thing what it is that they are doing something together. Okay, it's like a challenge for two people, right? And you believe it or not, but this challenge maybe even defines them, because woman has a challenge in the one way, okay, and the man has a challenge in the other way, but both of course related to insecurities, okay, body insecurities, mental blocks, right, childhood traumas, right? The childhood traumas I mentioned, I can tell you straight away why the couple flip. Okay, why the couple is losing the intimacy. Okay, there was someone who asked me this question. He said, Julia, can you tell me why couples stop being intimate? And I told him that there are a few reasons, and one is the traumas. In the trauma, you see, if there is any kind of conflict related to this topic or to the trauma, you see that trauma usually started in the childhood, right? In the childhood, and person mentally can flick backwards, okay, and become that insecure, anxious, paranoid, jealous, whatever case, whatever child, scared, don't know what to do or whatever. It happens in that adult person psychologically experiencing that something in his back of your mind. And what happens when they are in that childhood trauma or in a childhood energy? You see, children cannot create a sexual desire for adults, okay? And that is probably the main reason why people stop being intimate, because you do not fancy a child. When you can feel that energy coming out, and this is in a unconscious mind, okay? It's like a smell, you can stop fancying person. It's a smell, you do not know what that is, but it's rejected by you, okay? So that's exactly what happens consciously. You stop wanting that person. You see the same person in front of you, but your attraction and desire is going away, just because that person is going at that moment, going through that kind of a situation. And very often, it happens this way. And of course, you can flip it back, right? But you see, children, they do not have relationship, they do not have money, and they don't have sex. Okay? So that is the only reason, That is the only reason. That is why, what I'm saying, when we came out into the adulthood, we came through our childhood and teenage years. In the teenage years, a lot of things happen. Unhappy love, okay, broken heart, or whatever, someone said something about your body, or someone, said something, oh, you should do this, or you should, sometimes I'm thinking, seriously, I can tell you from my own experience, and this is like obsession about all men, someone told me that I fancy tall men, okay? And in my head, it's stuck. But I know that this information is not mine, because I have a proof that there are some men who I fancy and they're not tall, okay? So someone told me this information later on in my development, okay? And there are a lot of programs like that which are not ours. And when we choose tall men, okay, which is not necessarily what you need, to choose, and it is not your marker, and it's not your choice. Yeah. So we are breaking the standards when we're growing up. Actually, when we grow up, we start cleaning after our programs. Okay, we start not only cleaning, but we start noticing that there is something blocking you, that there is something stopping you. Okay, that there is a reasons you procrastinate in life or cannot decide or being confused, or there are so many feelings around it, right, which is related with your mental state in the past. And these energies you see when you have these blocks, they are draining you. They are draining you. Do you remember that time? And I remember it very well, and that time when you feel that you can move mountains, okay? When you wake up and you can think that, oh my God, I can do whatever I want, and I have a lot of time and I manage to do everything, right? And there is time when you come and you are tired and you lost, you low or you low motivated and so on. That's kind of a feelings, okay, where you can feel that your sexual energy is not okay. Okay. When I am saying the sexual energy is not okay, I can mention lonely people or single people. Okay, when people choose to be alone. You see, I believe that no one's supposed to be alone on this planet. There is not a bigger joy. There is not a bigger blessing when you are with someone, you can trust someone, you can spend time with someone, you are waking up with someone, you are going to bed and making love and going just around your day and sharing every moment with someone. There is not for me personally, no money can change that. The human's energy, the human's contact, the human's connection. Okay? Nothing can change that. And yet, there are so many people who are lonely. So, you know what I can tell you this? When your mental state thinks that there is something wrong with you, your reproduction system is switched off. That is why you don't feel any need for anyone. You just switched off. That's why. Okay, that's why. And so there are many ways how to go around it, but the first and foremost way is you need to understand what's happening with you. Okay, what's happening in your body, why this happening, okay, and how to fix that, right? And I am talking here about sexual energy and vibrations, and that is why you need to feel that, okay, because it relates to your intuition. It is related to your sexual marker. What is it, sexual marker? The sexual marker is the adult marker when you meet the person and you recognize him. Sexual marker is when you attracted to a certain person. Now, there are two ways. Oh my gosh, that's a long video, because when I'm saying there are two ways, the social markers can be your alter egos. And now we're going into a deep psychology. The reason why I'm talking about that, because I'm not a photographer really, okay? Let me tell you honestly, I'm not a photographer really, okay? I worked in a hospital and I've been in medicine more than 15 years, and I changed my profession here in London, as I believe that doing this, okay, sharing my knowledge will help more people, right? Because you see, sexual art and sexual experience is something what people lack in their life, and they've been blocked from this. And I am not saying that that's bad, okay, that you've been blocked in the childhood. We usually were distant from explanation, from learning about relationship and sexuality and intimacy. We were how to say, we were hold on from this, they were holding us, and we had no chance to experiment, to understand who we are, to understand what we like, what kind of, a partner we should choose, and so on. So that's why when you go into your life, right, when you are growing up, okay, you're going, and if you do not know yourself and you do not know your sexuality, okay, you will be choosing a lot of partners to get that information. Okay, I was always fascinated by those people who knew who they are and they chose straight away. Okay, they chose straight away because there are many couples who will stay really long time together and they know that they meant for each other. Okay, the ones who are confused, I am in that line. Okay, been traumatized a lot in their childhood, and that is why we do not know yet. Okay, and we need to understand who we are first to find out about our sexuality. Okay, and only then it is very clear who is there for you and you know what you should do. The other people who you meet, they are your teachers. Okay, they are your teachers. Some people say that this is your karma. Bad relationship, narcissist, whatever they call it, karma, whatever, these are your teachers so that you would know finally and understand who you are. And that is why they came to your world. And that is why you choose them for that single reason, because you need to gather that information about yourself, okay, to develop. The world here is going around evolvement, okay, and sexuality in this new world will play a very big part because it's a part of a very big energy resource. As soon as you will realize and release that resource, you will feel for yourself, you will see for yourself, you will get information from yourself, and of course, the world around you, okay? The world around you, and your life will be easy, okay? In general, I can tell you, life, when if I would just hear, you know, someone from my family, oh, it is so hard, you know, or like it's so complicated, you know, or it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. If you know, it's like not complicated. It's actually easy and simple. Okay, especially when you follow your instincts and follow your gut. Okay, and that only switches on when you are in tune with yourself. And adults have an only one and single tune is their sexuality. Okay, now sexuality comes through our personality. Okay, and we have an ego and we have an alter egos. I'm not going here with the alter egos here and with the Freud here because this is just an introduction video about sexual energies and vibrations. Okay, but what I am saying is that adults have to tune into creative how to say experience, because only this way they will understand about their sexuality, about partner sexuality, and they should experiment. They should experiment, right? So let me just finalize here, and the next video would be about, let me just see, learn what we will be learning, right? We will be learning about adult photo shoots, okay, erotic photo shoots. Be that, and everyone who is here, I shall invite to my Telegram channel, because this is the only place where I can show my sex art and erotic photography, and that's where I'm gonna be discussing everything, right? And because I have more than 20 years of experience, I am going to create adult erotic galleries online and invite everyone to my galleries. Okay? So that's what's gonna happen. And thank you so much for watching for now. All right, and see you later, alligators.